Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day today. We wanted to send out our latest employee training video, and this one we are going to cover delivery and transport procedures. This is part of our Harmonized Gap Worker Training series. We're trying to do a video every month to make sure that everyone has robust training records, and hopefully, this will help other farms as well. So today we're going to talk about delivery and transport. And the first thing that I'd like to do is show you guys a quick video that the Department of Agriculture put together. It's short, just a few minutes.
The process of getting safe and clean food to the market and dinner tables continues as we follow produce out of packing and into storage and transport. Let's take a look. When produce is moved from a packing facility to storage or transport, it should be clean and free of contaminants. The goal is to keep it that way. Consider the role of produce containers. A dirty container could contaminate the produce and eventually make people sick. That's why each container should be clean, kept off the ground, and covered to reduce risk. Equipment like forklifts and pallets should also be clean and working properly. When produce happens to touch the floor, it should be disposed of and employees should be trained on what to do. Produce storage rooms should not have contaminants, litter, or standing water. Chemicals, pesticides, and wastewater should be kept away from produce and storage areas at all times. Further, cleaning and maintenance should be performed and consistently recorded. When produce is stored in refrigerated rooms, temperatures should be monitored, checked for accuracy, and documented regularly. And remember, condensation from refrigeration units can be a source of contamination and should be kept away from produce. As you know, produce is delicious to more than humans. To prevent harboring pests, walls, floors, and ceilings should not have major cracks. In addition, a pest control program should be in place and documented on a regular basis. Water can be a common source of contamination. Any water or ice used with produce should be of the same quality used for drinking. And just like the packing facility, people are a risk. Employee areas should be clean, and break areas should be located away from produce storage. Rules about using hair and beard nets apply to both employees and visitors. Now, let's focus on the transport and delivery of produce. First, the transport vehicle or container should be inspected to ensure it's clean and in good condition. For refrigerated loads, trucks or containers should be kept at the right temperature during transport. And remember, if a problem occurs, your consistent records on cleaning and maintenance can help you trace the problem back to the source and minimize risks and financial losses. Next, we'll follow the produce to wholesale facilities and warehouses.
Okay, so that was a quick video that was produced by the Department of Agriculture. More of those are available on their YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. So what we want to do is talk just a little bit about some of the delivery and transport procedures that you should be reviewing at your site. First, as they mentioned in the video, you want to make sure that your nice clean produce stays nice and clean as you are packing it up and getting it ready to go. So make sure that you inspect your packing materials before you use them. They should be clean and free of debris. So a quick peek inside, make sure that there's no gecko droppings, no bugs, nothing like that in there to contaminate your beautiful produce. Next, you should verify the cleanliness and functionality of your shipping units. When we use the term shipping unit, that applies to whatever you are using to transport your product. So it doesn't necessarily mean a huge refrigerated truck. It can mean your pickup truck or your van or whatever you are moving your product in. That vehicle should be clean, free of debris, and not have any odors. You must have a policy for this, a written procedure, and a checklist. We'll go over that checklist. We'll use that Heavy Connect log for that. But if you are working with us in North Shore EVP's Group Gap program, we will help you develop a policy and written procedures to put in your farm plan. If you are using coolers to transport your product because you need to keep it cool, please make sure that your coolers are clean and sanitized before you use them. If you are using ice, that ice should be made with clean, or what we call microbially clean, potable drinking water. You want to make sure you have nice, clean water that isn't going to contaminate your product. Ideally, it's best if that ice doesn't actually touch your product. So you might want to put a layer in there between your product and the ice. Same thing if you're using some kind of gel packs or other product to keep your items cool rather than actual ice. If you're lucky enough to have a refrigerated vehicle, cool down your vehicle first. And then it's a good plan to record the temperature when you are preparing to load once it's fully cooled down. And also when you get to your delivery site, 2 temperatures, just to make sure that you are maintaining the proper temperature during your transport time. If you are being audited on the P or post-harvest scope in Harmonized GAP, this is a requirement. So you do want to make sure that you're doing that if that is the section of the audit that you are doing. If you are just doing the general and the field section, this is a wonderful thing to add into your regular practice, but it is not required. You can take care of these logs or checklists, if you will, in Heavy Connect. So we're going to review that in just a moment. First, we want to talk just briefly, though, about loading procedures. This is also a section that is in the post-harvest section of Harmonized GAP. No matter what, your loading procedures and equipment should minimize damage to and prevent contamination of your produce. So if you are using anything to help you load your vehicle, a cart, a pallet jack, anything of that nature, make sure that that equipment is clean and well maintained, doesn't cause any additional contamination to your produce. Another loading equipment that we often overlook is ourselves, right? Our hands. So we should be making sure that our hands are clean when we are loading trucks and handling the boxes or bags that our produce is in. Finally, we want to talk about completing the delivery log in Heavy Connect. So you're going to go to your Heavy Connect app on your phone, and you should find delivery log under the field section. You can see I already have one here. So you're going to find that there. Click the button, the plus button. Make sure that you're filling out the checklist here properly. If you don't use a refrigerated vehicle, you can say NA to being cooled ahead of time. And then once you've filled out the couple of questions on that checklist, you're just going to sign it on your screen, complete that, and your log is finished. So really very, very simple. No reason not to be taking care of this. All right, and then the next thing that we want to do is remember to record this worker training in Heavy Connect. It's really, really important to record worker trainings as you're doing them. That way we know that you have accomplished it and that we have a nice set of robust employee training logs to show an auditor should they ask. So on this one, you're going to go into Heavy Connect, fill out the employee training log or worker log that is under the general section. Name of the trainer, you can put myself, the folks that you trained, so who was there, what is the topic. Today's topic was delivery and transport procedures. A short description would be just that you watched the best practices HDOA video on storage and transport, reviewed your procedures, and how do we create that log in Heavy Connect. Put the training date down, which is whatever the date is today, and your signature. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.